In today's video, we're going to walk you through how we saw success and got 78 conversions for a landscaping company inside Google Ads with a very small daily budget as well of only €30 per day. And what we're going to do is just walk you through what this campaign structure looked like so that if you're looking for similar results, you can set your campaign up in the same way and achieve similar results. And just for context as well, this landscaping company was simply just looking to generate as many leads as they possibly could. So between form submissions and phone calls, and for typically larger jobs as well, including more so installations of fences, artificial grass, and patios, as well as general landscaping as a whole, but full hard landscaping jobs rather than much smaller jobs like general gardening. So most of the leads that came in this time were more so form submissions rather than phone calls, which is typical for the larger jobs that don't need to be done urgently. So just to walk you through what this actual structure looked like, first of all, is obviously at the beginning, after figuring out what their most profitable services are, we started doing some keyword research around those services. And what we done with all of those keywords that we found then was split those keywords up into separate ad groups. So, for example, artificial grass installation here, we'd obviously have keywords that are all related to artificial grass installation. So, artificial grass landscaping, artificial grass installation, and so on. So, obviously, all the artificial grass installation ad group keywords are all related to artificial grass installation and all have the exact same intent of somebody looking to get artificial grass installed. And the same thing applies to all of the other ad groups as well, including fencing installation, as well as fencing repairs and the other ad groups that we're running. And you'll notice as well that a lot of the ad groups that we're running here are now paused. So we actually started out with a lot more ad groups, and it's necessary at the beginning to test out different ad groups to see what's actually going to perform best. But now we've gotten to a point where we're only running the ad groups that have gotten us the very lowest cost per leads from the very beginning, which is why we've been able to get to the point now where over this 2 month period, our average cost per lead was only €23. But at the beginning, we had different ads running for the different types of fencing because the campaign was actually revolved a lot more around fencing services at the very beginning. But we noticed that, for example, the different material based fencing searches was getting a lot of clicks from those that were only looking at buying the materials themselves, which is why our preferred fencing ad groups now are fence installation and fence repair because they're obviously much more service specific. And we found as well that in general for landscaping, the installation type keywords seem to perform best, especially for artificial grass as well, and also for patios. And then as well, the general landscaping keywords perform quite well as well for people looking for landscaping contractor near me, landscaping company near me, and so on. But now the campaign is at a point where we're running around five of the best performing ad groups. But at the beginning, we had more ad groups than this and just had to start refining the more we realized which ad groups were performing better than others. What we did with regards to bidding strategy then is at the very beginning of this campaign, we ran with maximize clicks because we wanted to get as many conversions as possible at the beginning, but enough to actually gather enough conversion data for maximized conversions to work really well. Because if you've watched many other videos on the channel, I always mention that we've always just found maximized conversions to work a lot better once we've gotten a decent amount of conversions from using maximized clicks first. So that's what we did. And the fact as well that we only ran one campaign for this company means that we were able to allocate their full daily budget of only €30 per day. And it's really important to do this. The smaller your daily budget is, to use one campaign where possible. Because if this campaign was split up across three different campaigns, for example, with a daily budget of only €10 each per day, then it would have been impossible to get to the point where we're now using maximized conversions with a target CPA. But because we had this daily budget allocated to the one campaign, we were still able to do so within the first month because we still had about 25 conversions or so after month one, and that allowed us to switch straight over to maximize conversions and we added a target CPA. But the target CPA we set at the beginning was actually closer to €40. But since we were able to just continuously optimize our campaign and bring down our actual cost per lead, then we've been able to bring down our target CPA with that as well. And we'd expect to be able to bring this down even further the closer our actual CPA gets to around the €20 mark. Now, with regards to ad copy, what we did with this campaign is for every ad group, we had three ads, but in each ad, we only had three headlines and two descriptions, which is the minimum requirement. And the reason we did this for this campaign is that In a lot of campaigns, we also like to have 15 headlines and 4 descriptions, but for this campaign, we just decided to run the 3 headlines and 2 descriptions for each ad. And the reason we like to do this as well is that it becomes very clear very early on which of the ad is the best performing of the 3. And we're able to just focus all our attention then on the ad that has the highest click through rate and conversion rate. And what we'll be able to start doing now as well with this ad is performing an A B test where we can duplicate this ad and change one aspect. So that way we're always working on having the highest possible click through rates and conversion rates for every ad in each ad group. And as you can see here for this fence installation ad group, we've had such a simple ad like this perform so well, as you saw with the click through rate of 20%, from simply just having a headline one that's pinned with keyword focus, so that if somebody's looking for fence installation, they see this headline here that says fence installation expert. And the second headline then we like to point out, what's in it for them is that they can get a free quote in minutes. And then for sometimes when Google shows the third headline, we just had how many 5-star reviews they had on here as well. And the 2 descriptions then are very simple. It's simply more keyword focus, so just highlighting what they offer, benefits of why they would choose them. So fully qualified, immediate assistance, most reliable, affordable pricing, trusted for 20 years, and so on. And also call to action in there as well. So those are the real aspects that went into this ad copy, but you can see how simple it is with just 3 headlines and 2 descriptions, and how we've been able to just get much higher click-through rates and conversion rates from having 3 ads in each ad group like this and determining which of the 3 ads are the actual best performers. And just to show you as well what the landing page looks like, now this isn't their actual landing page because it has like their specific information, including their phone number and so on. But just to show you what like a general template of a landing page would look like, and is similar to what their actual landing page looks like as well, is that you can see here it looks professional in the sense that it almost looks like the layout of a website, but it's much more optimized for conversions as a whole, because we have clear call to actions like we do here throughout. As you scroll down the landing page, we have more and more call to actions. And with regards to information, then we don't have it too text heavy and only have the information that's actually necessary. So, like any other website, we'd have the logo here in the top left and the phone number in the top right. But the main difference here is that we don't have links to different pages up here, but instead have trust signals as well, like the review platforms that they have 5-star reviews on, because that's a lot more important in getting that trust to actually convert into a lead in the first place. And what we like to do here is have either a review down at the bottom of the hero section, which is the top part that they see, or else having authority markers in there as well. And we like to just have as much social proof here as possible. So more 5-star reviews, in my opinion, is the most important thing to have next. But also then for those that actually want to scroll through the page, have more information about what they offer. And obviously for each service, whether it be landscaping, patio installation, fence installation, artificial grass, you make this landing page specific to that service. But for all ad groups, the template of the landing page is more or less the same, but the wording and photos on each will be different depending on the service of that ad group. And with the landing page as well, then it's more or less the same thing on mobile. You just want to make sure it's mobile optimized, but the overall layout is the exact same as what you would have on desktop. And it's just as important to have it fully optimized on mobile as well, because you're most likely getting even more views on the mobile version than desktop. So it probably even needs more attention than the desktop version, because that's where most of your leads are actually going to be coming from. And having a landing page like this has allowed us to just get a much higher conversion rate than if we were going to send the traffic to their general website, because we work with a lot of companies that have really nice websites, but no matter how nice the website is, it just simply has too much distraction and too much information and too many links to other pages to possibly have the same conversion rates that a simple landing page like this would. So those were the main things worth mentioning that went into how we were able to get these results for this landscaping company over the last 2-month period. Now, if you do have any questions about anything we mentioned inside this video to get the results we did, or if you do have any other questions related to Google Ads as a whole, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you are a service-based business looking for further help refining your own campaigns as well, feel free to have a look at the link in the description. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily. And hopefully we'll see you inside the next video.